We're on the road heavy, all the way from Aurora, Ontario. Around the corner of the wall, well, those getting basic, no question song. I know you're relatively new, you're only a year into it, so tell me how you guys got started.
Well, yeah, we were just talking about it actually. Jules and I were, I guess 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, we were in a studio just working on some songs and stuff. She was actually working on songs and she asked me to come in and just do some guitar stuff. And the engineer at the time took a break and played some of Pat's stuff, some acoustic stuff. And I said, "Who is that?" And he said it was Pat Mette. And I go, "I got to call him immediately." So I called him and then here we are. Zip. Fast forward. Andre and I have played together since the dawn of time, years and years together. So we've always kind of been like a team together with that. Jeff came in, the Road Heavy was together, and we hired a guy to do the recording just on the studio. And then we went on tour, and we needed a drummer for the tour, and everyone who we knew was saying, Jeff Cox, Jeff Cox, Jeff Cox, and here he is, and we were able to get him, and we've captured him, and he's ours.
You're embarking on this upcoming tour out east, right?
Yeah.
For this new album. Tell me about the album.
When Ryan approached me about doing some writing, at that point, I think within a couple weeks, the possibility of a tour in September came up, and I think at that point we had about 60 days to write and record an EP to get out on the road with Gilby Clarke last September. So we literally wrote the EP in a month, got in the studio, recorded it, had it mixed and mastered, and got out on the road. Within 60 days, this was all thrown together. As far as like the EP, the sound, I mean, it's people have said it's southern rock, it's kind of bluesy, it's just what happens when we get together and write, I mean, that's just what happens. I've played with other musicians and very different sounds have occurred. This is just the Road Heavy groove. That's just what we are.
Like you heard, they got together and literally in 60 days wrote an album and recorded it and everything. So they did that, and then I got a phone call from Ryan saying that they were looking for some female vocals for 2 of the songs, and if I could come in and just record them, that'd be great, because I guess they talked about it and thought I was the best choice. Good call. And then so I'm really modest and humble. So I went in and did that, and it was great, and then I let them be, and then they were going on tour, and then they asked if I could join them on tour, and I was like, that's pretty badass. So I joined them halfway through tour. I guess I just found some harmonies. Pat and I worked on them a bit, and I found some harmonies with the songs.
There was an hour in the hotel room before the first show where we worked out the other songs that she hadn't sang on before. We literally just said, wow, this sounds too awesome on just 2 songs. We need to do it on all the songs. And I think we sound pretty good together too,
Well, you really do.
It was a nice flow.
Yeah, I think our styles mesh well, and so I think overall that's it. But yeah, just the pipes, definitely having that sound in the band that can really. No, and that's the other thing. I mean, it's not even like who's the lead singer. We always just say there's 2 lead vocals up front. I mean, that's actually probably the more interesting question that nobody's ever asked, is like writing songs for a female and a male vocal. It really changes the dynamic of the music when you add the same words that I would sing alone, sung by her, now take on a whole new meaning. And when we're singing together, it changes the whole kind of story behind the song. And that's what's been the most exciting for me, I think, as a songwriter, is working with female vocal and actually having that ability to tell a story from 2 points of view in one song. And it's just been that kind of vibe where we can really tell a story from different perspectives in the same 3 minutes.
You've already actually been out east, and you've opened for Gilby Clarke, you've opened for Jeff Martin not too long ago here at this venue, and just kind of speak to that experience about opening for those guys.
It's funny because I'd listened to Guns N' Roses before, and then like I get to tour with Gilby Clarke, and at first I'm like not too sure who Gilby Clarke is, and then I kind of look it up and I'm like, okay, this is sweet, and then I get excited. I always get excited after the fact. Same thing with Jeff Martin, where I was like, okay, this guy's like really cool, he's got an awesome sound. And then like I started listening to Tea Party after the shows. I'm like, oh, that was awesome. I get really excited again. All the big people we've played with have just been like, they're just really cool, down to earth guys. So you tell they're like serious, but like behind the scenes, they're all just cool, down to earth. So it's been really awesome.
The upcoming tour out east, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to seeing all the cool people and fun people that we met last time.
Cool.
You know, we had a very good turnout and a good response while we were out there, and we made a lot of cool friends, met a lot of cool people, and it's just going to be fun to see them all again. Our music does the talking for itself, and you know, people love it, they get great response out of it, and we love doing it more than anything.
Yeah.
And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, and I don't think these guys do either.